Hello, welcome to the Doctiq demo session. Let's start with the login page where you need to enter your mobile number in order to receive an OTP and then log into the web application. Let me first enter my mobile number and click on Get OTP. Now that I've clicked on Get OTP, I will get a phone call through which I will receive my OTP. I have entered the OTP and I'm clicking on login. As soon as I log in, the landing page is the dashboard, which shows the patients in queue, that is how many appointments have been created for today, that is the number of active appointments, how many appointments have been completed today, how many of them did not attend, which means it got cancelled, and how many appointments are for tomorrow. Now this is the basic idea of data shown in a dashboard. We can also create a new appointment by clicking on the new appointment button over here. First, let's get into the other modules and see the different features of other modules before getting into the new appointment. So firstly, I'm going to take you through the doctors module, which basically contains the data of all the doctors there in the clinic. If a clinic has, let's say, 5 doctors, then all the 5 doctors' data would be available in this doctors page. This cannot be added by you, it needs to be added by the backend team, and hence you need to contact our support to get the other doctor names added. You can edit the name and you can put in the other information. You can update the other information that is already entered over here, and you can click a picture, upload it, and you can save against your name. Now this is the doctors module. We also have something called analytics. Analytics basically shows the number of patients that have attended or created an appointment with you in the last 3 months according to this period, right? So here you can see that since I've already created an appointment in July to August, in August I created 3 appointments, hence it became 3 over here. Right? There have been some being cancelled. It takes the total number of appointments that has been created. Right? Now here you can see that for that appointment, whoever was the patient's age is between which age gap. That is also shown over here. The revenue that you got from that is shown, and if it's an online or offline appointment, that is also shown here. Right? We have different types of time periods to show this data. Under monthly we have a 3-month period, 6-month period, and 12-month period. Under weekly we have a 3-week, 7-week, 14 and 24. Similarly, under daily we have 7-day, 14-day and 21-day. Alright, now let's get into the patients module. So in the patients module, you can import a patient from any of the previous providers that you have been working with, and you can choose the CSV file, click on next, and it would import all the data from that Excel file into the system in Doctiq. You can also search by the phone number. If we put 482-484-73382. So once I put in the full number, you would see the page refresh and it would show you just the one patient that has this particular number. Right? So now it's showing this. You can click on view to view the patient details, to view the last diagnosis, and to view the digital prescription. You can just click over here. You can see the digital prescription. Right? In addition, you can also see the billing as to how much was billed, how much has been paid, what is the mode of payment, and you can also view the digital bill. So this is all possible through the module of patient. You can edit the action over here. Like if there's an upcoming appointment, you can edit that upcoming appointment to a different time if you want. Let's say instead of 8 o'clock, you want to have it at 8:30. You can click on 8:30 and you can actually create that appointment for 8:30. So you would see this would have got updated from 8 to 8:30. Right? So this is how you use the patients module. We have a calendar module which can be used in a very similar way. Now if I want to change from 8:30 to 8:45, I can actually do that. I've changed to 9 to 9:15. I want to change from 9:15 to 9:15. I change it from just drag and drop. I make it 9:15 8:15 to 9:30 or 9:30 to 9:45. I can just play around with this, right? I can move it for a different date. I can move it for, let's say, Tuesday. I can move it for back to Monday. This would basically change the appointment date. Now in calendar you have different views. As you can see, this is the week view that we are in, and today is highlighted as blue. I go into month view. You can see the appointments. This is highlighted in a blue, highlighted as it's today. Similarly, we have a day view, and day view is just going to be a single day and what are the appointments that you had on that single day. Since I already had a past appointment, it just shows up over here, right? In the day view, I can only select the date from here, specific date. In the week view, I can actually select the week that I want. So if I select 10th, it will be 10th from 16th. 10th to 17th would be the date, right? 10th to 16th. Similarly, if I go for month view, I can select only the month from the left hand side. If I want to show August, I can show. If I want to show September, I can show that. So this is basically your calendar view. We have settings view. I would just run through the settings over here. Basic general settings here of your information of your clinic, and then we have your shift hours. In addition, we have something called allow multiple appointments, which would be enabled, and you can hence create multiple appointments within the same time. We also have other notification settings, where some are for the doctors, like appointment reminders, where notification will be sent to you daily to remind you of your appointment. There are also other notifications for the patient, where and when an appointment is booked, they get a notification. When an appointment is cancelled, they get a notification. And if it's booked online, you get a notification. If prescription is generated, you get a notification. And even for birthdays, we have a personal notification sent to the patient in order to give that personal connect between the doctor and the patient. So this is all done over here, and we can now go into the other module of service under this notification, under the settings. So when you go to service, we can see that I've already added 2 services here. So this encompasses all the services that you provide in your clinic, like consultation, injection, any of these things that you provide in your clinic. You can add it as a service here. This is going to be your master. We are going to, when you're creating the prescription, you're going to be adding this from the master. Now I can show you that when we create a new appointment and complete that appointment. Right now, let's go into the next one called templates. Under templates, you can see that you can create a template. I've created a template for fever, and I can use that template. If the patient is coming for a fever, I want to generate a prescription for a fever, I can actually just generate this using this template. It would it would just populate the service name and the amount, basically. You can edit this, you can delete this. It's all up to you. You can create a new template too from this page, and you can just add the service name, and you can add the amount. You can put a discount, click on add new, you can add a next service, and you can save the template by putting in the template name. You have billing and payments, where we have some WhatsApp credits remaining. This is the notification that goes to the patient. Once this is low, please contact our support team, and they would help you in updating or upgrading your credits. Now that we have completed all the modules, let's go back to the dashboard and click on new appointment and see how an appointment can be created. So by clicking on enter the phone number, enter the phone number of the patient, 824847332. When you do this, you actually get the patient's name. Click on the patient, all the information is actually auto-populated. Select the appointment date. If you want to select it for today, please do select it for today. Keep the time as 9, or now it's 8:30 or 8:15, so keep it at 8:45, I would say. Or let's say 8:30 p.m. I'm keeping it for 5 minutes, right? Just making it as an offline appointment, and I'm creating it. Now you can see that active appointment is updated as the appointment that I've created right now. I can click on start visit, and I can enter the basic information of the not basic information but the vitals of the patient. I can enter the vitals, and I can put in the symptoms after this, right? The symptoms would be, I'm just going to put in fever, and just fever, and I'm putting it since a day, right? It's severe. Diagnosis would be again a fever. I'm just going to put in as typhoid fever, severity since 1 day, and it's severe. And putting in medication, I'm asking him to have a $650 every time a day intake before a meal. Duration is for a week, and I'm putting in the mg here. So this is basically just the medication that I've added. Any notes for the patient, I can add it over here, like take hot water every time, right? I want to put in some personal notes, private notes, I can put that here. I'll just copy and paste it over here, as I want to do that. And yeah, that's it. So if I have a follow-up date, I can actually keep that. Let's say the 10th, I want to follow up with him. I just put the follow-up date for 10th and generate prescription. Also, I just wanted to note over here that the patient had already visited me earlier, and the last visited consultation, what was the diagnosis, what was the notes for the patients, and what are the personal notes is all shown over here. Let me just generate the prescription. That's it. Now if I have a printer connected, I can go ahead and print the prescription and send it to the patient, but I can also save it as a PDF and send it by WhatsApp, email, etc. So right now I'm just cancelling it, and you can see that the appointment has moved from active to completed. Now completed 1 basically shows the number of unbilled consultations or unbilled appointments, right? You can see that's paid 1 too, so that is not showing up here. 1 basically means unbilled. Now if I click on bill payment, and if I this is where I choose the template, the fever template, where it shows up consultation, injection, etc. I can add a service if I want. Any other service that I've given to the patient, I can actually add it, but otherwise I can just put in the payment mode and just preview and print and save. Right now the doctors would have the GPay codes, etc., or cash that the patients pay through. They can use that, and the bill would be actually sent to the customer manually. This is the process of Doctiq. Now you can see that the completed has 0 unbilled items, so basically it's because both have been paid. So if I cancel an appointment, it comes into cancelled, and if there's an appointment scheduled for tomorrow, as you see over here, it shows up in the tomorrow tab. So this is the end-to-end of Doctiq. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.